against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
Chatters. Hello. Oh. It seems something's off. I don't know. Something seems off about it. Maybe I'll start here. Here. We'll start here for now. How's everyone doing? I don't know who's here. Maybe Twitch was like, hey, fuck you for not streaming for so long. They tend to do that sometimes. Yeah, my framing's a little back here. Let's see. Fix this. That better? No, that's better. How's everyone? Just take our lovely vitamin B12 to kick off the stream. Pointless. 7 months. Thank you very much. How you doing? Welcome back. Definitely didn't just spill beer on my hoodie. Definitely did not do that. Steve with a Q.
Irene, hi chat.
2 subbies right away. Thank you, thank you. 11 months. Can you guys believe it? Next month will be a year of affiliate. We've already been hit like a year of streaming. If we count these past few months where I streamed like 4 times. But how's everyone doing? Pointless. Steve with the Q. I don't know who else is here. I'm sure people will show up slowly, which is why we have our little hangout here. Let's see, what inflammatory message can we put?
This message.
Can we put... Here, can we just... Should we just make fun of Jordan Peterson? Peterson is a doofus. Got him. That'll teach him. Right, chat? That should teach him. Is Jordan Peterson still a thing? He sure is. There he is on the Jordan Peterson show. 3 videos in a row. The best relationship advice you'll ever hear. The consequences of free speech. Thoughts on transgenderism. So, oh boy, do we have... Are those some real banger videos? Like, come on. Come on, JP. Oh yeah, the classics. Although, the consequences of free speech sounds interesting, because I thought Jordan Peterson was like all about like the free speech, because he started like the whole like, you can't force me to use those pronouns, because that's basically Nazi Germany. If you force me to use somebody's pronouns, even though I work for the government, and it just basically said I can't discriminate against you if you're trans. That's basically all the thing said. Was that government workers were not allowed to discriminate against people, which, you know, they shouldn't be able to do that and to keep their job. Shocker. Shocker. It's... Where... Here, we need to... Set this. Where would we be? We'd be without men.
What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning. This thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death. And often literally, it's very useful to tell everyone, not just men, that they have
I love this video.
an important
So
role
funny.
to play.
Where would we
necessary
be
role,
without
and
men?
If they act properly and honestly and forthrightly, that they can put their lives together and they can help their families and they can make their communities better, and that's not toxic masculinity, that appalling
Wait.
phrase.
I realized something. Listen to the background music of this. The background music is the like open world Skyrim theme, like the one that just plays when you're just like out and you're not in combat. Listen to the music. It's the Skyrim song.
What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning. This thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death. And often literally, it's very useful to tell everyone, not just men, that they have an important role to play, a necessary role.
That's that. Skyrim. Open. Is it? It's literally the same song. You love men too. What? Why is it Skyrim music though? Oh no. Literally the same song.
The hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men, they're doing impossible things, they're under the streets, working on...
Same song. This is why I'm a genius. This is why you subscribe to me. This biting commentary. All two of you who are here right now. Don't worry, I'm sure once Hannah finishes up, some people will wander over. Oh, I love that emote. I forgot about it. Oh man, I have such great emotes. I'm an amazing Twitch streamer. By the way, chat. If we two things. One, you'll get to meet a new doggy later. I will make sure he comes by to say hello. And then two, if we do a hype train, I'll do makeup. And my makeup skills have improved since the last time we did it on stream. Dare I say, I've gotten better at it. So, Seth, where would we be without men and their muscles and their sweaty bodies and their tight butts? Where would we be without men doing these impossible things, flexing their muscles? Showing us their bare chests, wearing shorts that are just a little too tight. Where would we be without men? God. Why do you people watch me? So, anyway, we got some stuff. I have a majority report video lined up. Just in case, we'll do that as like maybe a cleanse while we do makeup or something if we get there. We got a call for an uprising. This is an older video, but I never got a chance to see this video. I've been wanting to watch this. Let's see if we can, oopsie daisy. How do I report this? How do I report? I give up. The spot on Peterson impression. That's exactly why. We all know Hassan. His Jordan Peterson impression is way inferior. But mine is where it's at. Now, we got some Awaken with JP. Who is in lingerie once again. Because... Oh my god, he's just... There he is again. Wait, where'd it go? Why does he like it? He really likes... Wait, does he like NFTs or does he not like NFTs? Another... Yeah, gay Superman. JP fashion forward as ever. Where would we be without booty shorts? We're gonna have to watch these Jordan Peterson videos. Maybe we'll do a Ariel Scarcell. Because she has a new format. Probably misquote the person. And just hello, Cass Psychic, how you doing? I'll have to catch up on some of her shit. And then PragerU has a new series titled Science and God. And I think they're talking about intelligent design, which is gonna be wild. And I think I said hello, Cat, but I'm not entirely sure, so I'll say hello again. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, that's what we got lined up for today. We'll give it another couple minutes. At the 30-minute mark, we will. Ever get that feeling that time is cyclical? Okay. Busy week this week. How'd you last week at school? Yeah, mine was stressful, awful. Had to write a 10-page paper on transphobia. It's not a great paper, so I don't think any of you want to read it. Because I suck at writing. This is why I talk. This is why I don't write like a blog. This is why I talk better. God, do I have like... It's just me really bad dark circles around my eyes. Maybe not. Yeah, mine was... Ugh, God. I didn't even get everything done that I wanted to before I moved out. Now I'm here. I can't really get some of it done because I'm by myself. Can't film with anyone. Here. Yeah. Alright. We shall get another couple minutes. I wrote a paper on cartoons and censorship from back in the 1930s. And I effed up a presentation and also wrote a small paper on climate change. Interesting. Yeah, mine was... I don't know why we had to write this paper. It's so annoying because we're like... I'm a new media major. So like, it's artsy stuff. But then they're like, oh yeah, write a 10-page paper. Sorry, roommates. Alright. Yeah, they always throw random papers. It's stupid. Hate it. I just wanna be gay, do art. Alright, chat. What are we starting with? And oh, I was saying earlier, if we get to... Say if we get to a level 3 hype train? Yeah, let's say a level 3. If we get to a level 3 hype train, we'll do makeup on stream. So, let's see. Oh boy, what should we start with? It's been some time. No, let's do this one. So yeah, I will not be able to do a semester of school from home again. I will not be able to. Like I was telling my mom that and she's like, "Well, you mean I have a choice?" I'm like, I cannot. Ooh, sorry. Like mentally, I can't. Oh god, my nose is so itchy. Prager poo. John, oh, man, why did he have to be shit? He always makes such interesting videos. Alright. Let's see what this is. So, how did the universe begin by PragerU? We'll see where this goes.
Was the universe always here?
Sorry if that was loud. Air.
Or did it have a beginning? If so, how did it start? From ancient times, philosophers and theologians have...
Let's see. Senior Fellow Discovery Institute. Let's see. Is that... Is that legit? Oh, the Discovery Institute is a politically conservative nonprofit think tank that advocates the pseudoscience concept of intelligent design. Lovely. Pseudoscience is generous. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
have debated these questions. But it wasn't until the 20th century that a series of stunning scientific discoveries finally enabled us to get some answers. The story begins in 1912 when American astronomer Vesto Slipher observed that light coming from distant nebulae, clouds of dust and gas in outer space, appeared redder than expected. Why was this important? Here's where your high school science pays off. Remember learning about the Doppler effect? The frequency of sound, light, or other waves changes as the source and observer move toward or away from each other. To demonstrate this, your science teacher likely played a recording of a train whistle. The pitch of the whistle lowers, that is, the sound wave stretches out as the train recedes into the distance. Well, the same thing happens with light. If a distant star or galaxy is moving away from us, the light coming from that
Yes, that must have been, but God didn't. Yeah, exactly. They have to. They always need special pleading for that.
object will also stretch out. Since in the spectrum of visible light, red light corresponds to the longest wavelengths, physicists say light that has been stretched out has been red-shifted. This evidence of redshift suggested the nebulae were moving away from us.
Okay, there's no issue here. No issue so far. This is just the Doppler effect and the redshift blue shift. No issue here.
In 1924, astronomer Edwin Hubble, working with a new 100-inch telescope on Mount Wilson in California, showed that Slipher's nebulae were not just clouds of gas around distant stars, but actually distant galaxies beyond our Milky Way. Soon after that, the Belgian physicist Georges Lemaitre correlated Slipher's redshift data with Hubble's measurements of the distances to other galaxies. Lemaitre showed that galaxies that were farther away were receding faster than those close at hand. That suggested a spherical expansion of the universe in all directions of space, as if the universe were expanding like a balloon from a singular explosive beginning, from a Big Bang. Oddly, Albert Einstein
They also, a lot of scientists now hate the naming of the Big Bang because it insinuates it's more of like an explosion when it really wasn't, when it was just a rapid. Ow. Just hit my boob. When it was more of like just a rapid expansion instead. Yeah, no scientist calls it an explosion. Yeah, the term Big Bang is now it's the term that has stuck, but it's not a term that the scientists are really like happy that it exists.
had earlier tumbled to this idea, but then dismissed it. Einstein's new theory of gravity, known as general relativity, envisioned massive bodies altering the curvature of space, like a bowling ball making a depression on a trampoline. Einstein's concept of gravity implied that space would contract in on itself unless gravity was continually counteracted by the expansion of space. For this reason,
Yeah, Einstein had a Tumblr, didn't you know? He was out there typing RARXD and shit like that.
Einstein posited a constantly acting repulsive force, known as the cosmological constant, to counter gravitational attraction. But that implied a dynamic and expanding universe, and also a beginning. To avoid this conclusion, Einstein altered his own equations by arbitrarily assigning a precise value to the force of expansion to ensure that the strength of gravity and the repulsive force exactly balanced. Thus, he depicted the universe in a perfectly poised, static state, neither expanding from a beginning nor contracting toward a collapse.
Isn't this the thing that like Einstein like immediately after was like, actually, yeah, I was wrong about that. Because I know there were a couple things where Einstein was like, oh yeah, I was wrong, and then corrected himself and fixed it.
But then with Slipher and Hubble's discoveries, the heavens talked back. In 1927, Lemaitre informed Einstein, in a taxicab no less, about the redshift evidence for an expanding universe. In 1931, Einstein visited Hubble at the Mount Wilson Observatory and viewed the evidence for himself. Later, he announced, to his great credit, that
Yeah.
denying the evidence for the universe having had a beginning was the greatest blunder of my scientific career.
Okay. Things can have a beginning. And then watch, in this last like minute of this video, he's just gonna go bam, and it was God. Proof. Like they're just gonna shoehorn it in at the end. There's it's the Kalam cosmological argument. It's kind of shit.
Throughout the 20th century, physicists proposed other theories that denied a cosmic beginning. One by one, new evidence showed each to be inadequate. By the 1990s, the Big Bang theory had prevailed as the best explanation for multiple lines of astronomical evidence. So why was such evidence upsetting to Einstein and to many other scientists?
Just because it wasn't, I don't think it was upsetting. A lot of like intelligent design and like creationists will say this like, it was upsetting to the community. They didn't allow this, blah 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 blah. No, they don't have an issue with just like changing how things are. Like everyone in science wants to be the person who proves everything else wrong. Then you get the name. Then you get the stuff named after you. That's the exciting part, is when you say, aha, this previous theory is wrong. I am right. Then everybody knows your name instead of fuckface Magoo who got it wrong before.
Princeton University physicist Robert Dicke explained, an infinitely old universe would relieve us of the necessity of explaining the origin of matter at any finite time in the past. And so it would. But if the physical universe of matter, energy, space, and time had a beginning, it becomes extremely difficult to conceive of a physical or material cause for the origin of the universe.
Why?
After all, it was matter and energy that first came into existence at the Big Bang. Before that, no matter or energy would have yet existed to do the causing.
We don't know this. We don't know this. Hello, handsomest robot. We don't know that there was zero matter or energy before this. Sure, we can hypothesize that there was nothing before this, but we have no way of knowing this. They just asserted this. We don't know what there was there before the Big Bang. We don't even know if before the Big Bang even like makes sense. For all we know, it could have been an infinite regress of A bit stressed lately, but because I just finished up all my finals and stuff. But and that kind of sucks. Um, but yeah, overall, not too bad. How you doing, Oh, Gregory, you too. I thought my brain just automatically filled in that that was handsome as robot saying that. How's everyone new who just showed up doing? We got like a second round of people just now.
Consequently, whatever did cause the universe to exist would need to be immaterial and exist beyond space and time.
This is just the Kalam. This is just the Kalam cosmological argument, which is just makes too many logical leaps. Okay, but like here's the thing. Even if we grant this point, even if we grant, okay, there had to be something outside of material and time existence that caused this. The furthest that can get you is deism, which is just there is some divine being that created the universe, and that's it. They then try to make that logical leap of, therefore, it's the Christian God, which there's no evidence for. And frankly, I can confidently say the Christian God doesn't exist for many a reason.
To many scientists and philosophers, all this sounds an awful lot like the first words of the Bible. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I'm Stephen Meyer of the Discovery Institute, and author of Return of the...
No. Hannah Reloaded? How are you? Thank you for the raid. How you doing? How was the rest of your rich people house? Owl Doggo, thank you for the follow. Hello. Raiders, how you doing? I'm Altered Rin, if you don't know me. I'm a trans lady streamer. I'm a lefty. I'm a dirty commie. And Rin stupid thumbs. Yeah, I guess do I have stupid thumbs? Mr. Blast, thank you for the follow. How you doing? What horror is this we're watching? Oh boy. We're watching we just finished watching How Did the Universe Begin? Science and God by Prager University. No, I'm not a tanky. I'm a communist. Hello. How's everyone? She called you Rib? Did Hannah call me Rib? Oh. Oh, no, you did. I thought you were saying I love that nose ring on you. Thank you. It's I lost the little end balls to the other ones that I had. So this is the one we have now. But yeah. Yeah, we're watching some Dum Dums. And yeah, you literally came in at the end of the video. He was literally like, this is dude, whatever his name is for Prager University.
God hypothesis for Prager University. Thank you for watching.
Yep, literally the end of the video. Are Rin's ribs altered? I would hope not. You, PragerU, yeah, they're stinky. Oh boy. So we got where's the what's wrong with atheism, science, and God? Oh my god, it starts in 6 minutes. We can watch the live premiere. Let's pull this up. I'm a conservative and Should I self-promo in the chat and see if I get banned? Is that what we should do? Here, we'll watch a... Oh, man. Oh, dare we watch an Awaken with JP? We have enough time. Hello, Arlo. Oh. Arlo. Wanna come say hi? Come on. Arlo. You wanna come say hi? Chat. We have an Arlo. Arlo. Look at this. You got a baby. My new doggy. Oh. Has to go out though. I'm sure we will see him around. He's the best. He's a sweet boy. Oh, wrong tab. Actually, yeah, he's a sweet boy. Guy's currently screaming at me. I see why. It's because you're not subscribed to the Altered Rin channel on twitch.tv. You like that? Was that a good plug? Did I do a good job, chat? So in the meantime, we'll blast through this Awaken with JP video. For those of you who don't know, Awaken with JP is a very nice is a chat favorite. We watch him all the time. Cannot afford to subscribe right now. Understandable. I didn't know you could go wide. Oh yeah, sometimes we get wide. Let's see. This is gonna be good.
I believe you'll either be
You used to think he was funny. I mean, I think he's funny, but for the wrong reasons. That was fast.
explaining to your grandchildren what freedom was or what censorship was. I believe freedom of speech is the backbone of all the other freedoms. I believe censorship is a pesticide against the human spirit, and it's better to keep your spirit organic. I believe that only people who have something to hide will work relentlessly to censor those who speak truth. I believe fear is...
Yeah. Is JP cross-dressing in this one? No, he is not. But there are several other recent videos where he is wearing lingerie yet again. Also, yeah, I will make jokes about you not being subscribed, and please do not feel pressured if you cannot afford it. Take care of yourself first. Let me back up a second.
relentlessly to censor those who speak truth. I believe...
Well, here's the thing. What you speak is not truth. You say a lot of hate speech. And I'm sure off camera you say some slurs too. But here's the thing. If he's just making up this bullshit, and he's like, the ones who have the most to hide are the ones that censor us. No, you just break terms of service. Like, what happened to people being like, God, these people cannot be like logically consistent. I swear to God, they're allergic to it. Like, if meat eaters acted like vegans, if you compare to that vegan, oh my God, that vegan teacher is wild. Yeah, to be fair, he'd say him on camera if he wouldn't get banned. Absolutely. Oh, and by the way, chat, if we do get to a level 3 hype train on stream today, we will be getting we will be doing makeup on stream.
fear is the virus and bravery is the immune system. I believe letting algorithms guide your human interactions is like using soy to make meat substitutes. It's not the real thing. Plus, tofurkey's gross. I believe that either the Matrix is a metaphor for life, or life is a metaphor for the Matrix.
Man, if only we had Hannah's bingo sheet. Cause we got a doesn't understand the Matrix for Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
But either way, a red pill a day keeps the authoritarians away. I believe encrypted messages.
Why do none of them under... I had no clue what that was. Red pill. PragerU? Yeah, it was PragerU. Alright, chat. Here, you know what? Awaken with JP can wait. Spoiler alert. Hey, some dumb shit. I got so confused. Exactly. Had no clue what was happening. It was something. Alright, chat. Here we go, live PragerU reaction. Why is this so loud? Red pill is on Chun Bingo though? Oh, okay. I've been very bad at keeping up with the bingos. Mainly because I usually like play a game while I'm watching stream. Here we go, chat. Because it's made by boomers. True. What's this? What's my hair doing a weird thing?
In a recent interview, while I was presenting some scientific discoveries that may point to the existence of God, a camera operator, a young woman whom I'll call Maria, began to weep visibly. Later, she told me the reason for her tears. Like many young people, Maria believed in God when she arrived in college. But while there, she repeatedly encountered professors who insisted that based on the science, God was a myth.
Where are these professors? Oh, that's the YouTube. That's like a YouTube default thing. Why? Why does that exist? Where are these professors that go around saying God isn't real, Fivehead?
Have some of Bezos' money.
H Baird, thank you for the Prime subby. Reminds me, chat, if you have a Prime subby, I'd very much appreciate it. Yeah, I've gone to 2 colleges. I went to an older school and I transferred. Now I go to the school that I go to currently. For a total of 5 years in college. I have never met a professor that goes around saying, God is a myth. Pretty sure this... You did have a professor do the Pascal's wager? Oh, God. That's awful.
No more real than Santa Claus. Maria didn't feel equipped to challenge her professors. She eventually left college with nagging doubts about her faith and wondered whether life, including her own life, might be nothing more than a cosmic accident. Many young
Skipping Pixie, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. And Dirtger, thank you for the follow as well. And I think it said Owl Doggo and Mr. Blast, thank you all for the follows. Very appreciated. Thank you, thank you.
young people share Maria's doubts. Indeed, powerful voices in the Academy tell us that science makes belief in God and human significance untenable.
What? Human significance? What does that mean? I go to a very liberal school, like a very, like borderline, not even like liberal anymore. Like I go to like one of my professors did a presentation on how to film the police and what to do at protests if you're arrested. Like, they had a whole presentation on that. So, I didn't hear half this shit. And if I didn't, and it's like the JW yachts that feed their kids about the, yeah, this is, yeah, they're pretty based. Not gonna lie, they're cool. The world according to Ted is pregnant.
Or as Richard Dawkins, the famed atheist from Oxford, has asserted, the universe we observe has precisely the properties we should expect if there is at bottom no design, no purpose, nothing but blind, pitiless indifference.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. The Bobby guy in the PragerU chat is something else. I just watched my dookie. Straight came out. Who are these people? Who's saying Iron? Chatters. Chatters doing a live react on my Twitch channel right now. do we? Is this just all us? We have almost as many video viewers as the fucking PragerU premiere.
But are we the product of such indifference?
Oh yeah, Richard Dawkins sucks, but I mean, that last point you made seems fair. Like I mean, it goes back to a lot of stuff like the problem of evil and stuff like that. I feel like this is mostly us. Lots of triggered people in here. Why is PragerU in there? I love Bobby. Massively triggered at the size of his
Difference? That is purely materialistic processes that did not have us in mind, as another scientific atheist has put it? Does the universe have the properties we should expect if this all there is matter vision of reality is correct? Perhaps not. 3 major scientific discoveries contradict the expectations of scientific atheists and point instead in a distinctly God-friendly direction. First, the Big Bang. Discoveries in observational astronomy and developments in theoretical physics have revealed that the universe had a beginning.
Okay.
This is contrary to the expectation of scientific materialists who long portrayed the universe as eternal and self-existent.
Oh wow, we discovered the universe had a beginning. Like 100 years ago. This contrary to what they believed. Yeah. And then they were wrong, and they went, oh yeah, we were wrong. Let's change the theories. Oh, they're really true.
And therefore in no need of an external creator. This evidence for a beginning has instead confirmed the expectation of theists. Nobel laureate Arno Penzias helped make a key discovery establishing a cosmic beginning. He later observed, "The best data we have are exactly what I would have predicted had I nothing to go on but the first 5 books of Moses and the Bible as a whole." And he's not alone. Cosmological evidence has led other prominent scientists, including former MIT physicist Gerald Schroeder and the great Caltech astronomer Alan Sandage, to affirm a transcendent creator beyond space and time as the best explanation for the origin of our finite universe.
Okay, but what about all the people who say, yeah, also the Bible has plants before the sun. The Bible has light before a sun. Yeah.
Poggers.
Puka the Duka, thank you for the 11-month subby. Thank you. That reminds me, chat. Next month on January 5th is our affiliate anniversary. We should get Mimsy back on. Yeah, first flowers, then light, then the sun. Yeah. 0 cents. Not to mention, he made Eve out of a rib and dirt. No, he made Adam out of dirt and he blew on.
Second, fine-tuning. We live in what Australian physicist Luke Barnes calls an extremely fortunate universe, where fundamental laws and physical parameters have somehow been fine-tuned with just the right strengths and values to make life possible. The incredible odds against this happening by
The fine-tuning argument is one of the dumbest like arguments. Clearly it's not fine-tuned. If we can only live in a tiny part of one planet in a huge universe. What if this was pointless? Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Mannequin. Very poggers. Thank you. And hello, Mannequin. How you doing? Puka the Duka, thank you for the 200 Corgo biddies. And I believe we're close to a hype train, chatters. If we want to hype train and interrupt PragerU here. But like, it goes back to the sentient puddle. I'll say there is a puddle on the ground, and I think we need one more person to donate. There we go, chat. Steve with a Q and Chapomon subscribing for 8 months. Thank you. Steve with a Q getting 5 gifted subbies. Thank you. That's very poggers. Excessive Observer with 1,000 biddies. Please interrupt PragerU. It appears we have done so. And how's your stream been? Going to be lurking a bit. Hang with my girlfriend. But I'll leave you up for the view. Thank you, Mannequin, for stopping by. We're at 61% of level 2. If we beat level 3, we're doing makeup, chat. And dare I say, I have gotten better. I believe in you, chatters. You can do this. You have interrupted PragerU. You have gotten them to shut up about their weird shift in focus on their channel, where they're now talking about like the Kalam cosmological argument. An excessive observer, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. But I want makeup, make this happen. Mannequin is demanding it. If you don't allow it to happen, Mannequin will cry. And you don't want that to happen. If you don't complete this hype train, Quinn, the mightiest Quinn, will reinvade the country and continue their colonialistic ways. But if we beat a level 3 hype train, well, if Mannequin demands it, with 100 biddies from H-Bird. Thank you, H-Bird. Very poggers. What? $27. I'm in. I think I have some good emotes. I am furry. True. Oh my god. Come on, chat. 67% level 2. We can do. I don't know how to calculate the math of how many things it takes to get to the next level, but I know we can do it. I believe in chat. Do I have anything around? Here, let me see. Yes. Let's see. 4 subs or 1,800 bits. That's what we need. There's a. Although I have it. Does it tell you? Stretch and hydrate. If you click on it, it'll tell you. Wow, thank you, Chapamon. What would I do without you? Self-care bit. Well, we're hydrating with what we got. It's in air quotes. You can't be mad at me. Color block hoodie? Hell yeah. It's a good old Teddy Fresh. Teddy Fresh is so comfy. Although, real tempted to not say that on Twitch. Chatters, we got 40 seconds left. I think we only need like 2 subs. I don't know if it counts it from here, but I don't know how this reads. 18. There's 100 biddies from Pointless. Come on, chatters. 20 seconds left. You can do it. I believe in you. If we get to level 3, the makeup's going on. 10 seconds left, chatters. Come on. Come on, you can do it, chatters. I believe in you. Just 2 subbies or something like that. I believe in you. Chatters, no. Chatters. Chatters. We did not make it, chatters. Sadly. But thank you all for everyone who contributed. Very much appreciated. All the subbies, all the biddies. It's very, very, very appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, chatters. Although I should make that one. Sound alerts. Oh, man. I guess that means no makeup for you, chatters. Although it is very, very much appreciated for the support. Although I am at 15 sub points. I'll tell you what, chat. If you get me to 20 sub points tonight, we will do makeup. Or if you get me to 20 sub points, I say before the end of the PragerU video, if you can manage that. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like probably.
By chance has led even agnostic and atheistic physicists to marvel. As British physicist Paul Davies has exclaimed,
yeah, we'll say by 10:30. It's like 10 minutes. If you can get those 5 sub points, I'll do makeup anyway.
Impression of design is overwhelming. Atheist physicist George Greenstein expresses similar cognitive dissonance. The thought insistently arises that some supernatural agency must be involved. Third,
I'm sure none of these are quote mined and pulled out of context, which creationists never do. Not once have they pulled a quote from a scientist out of context and made it seem like it supports their opinion, when in reality, they're summarizing what they would believe, as opposed, but then they go, but actually, that's not necessary. Like, come on. Use your noggin here, PragerU. I love to use the word use cognitive dissonance wrong. They do. They do. It doesn't matter what any one person says exactly.
the complexity of life. Molecular biology has revealed the presence in living cells of an exquisite world of informational nanotechnology, digital code in DNA and RNA, tiny, intricately constructed molecular machines, a complex information.
Stop calling it code, please. It's not code. Stop calling it that. It's not code.
Storage, transmission, and processing system that resembles but vastly exceeds our most advanced digital high technology. Not what anyone would expect to see as the result of blind, materialistic processes.
How do you know that? How do you get to say this? How do you get to be the arbiter who says, this is not what anyone would expect from a blind process? Also, it's not calling it a blind process is a little dishonest, I'll say. It's not the most accurate way to portray this. It's there are better ways to portray. It's not entirely there are selection pressures, there are things that happen that it can end up being more complex. And yeah, it's an analogy. People really did take it and be like, aha, you said it was code. Can computer code write it itself? It's like one good way I saw. So let's see. Let me just nope. Let me just see if I can Notepad plus plus. All right, here we'll just use this. All right, let's take for example. Let's say you had the word cat written out, and this is DNA. And now, say when that got replicated, maybe you had a mutation, and your A mutated to a U. Wow, now we have a different word. Incredible, isn't it? But still doesn't have a lot of context to it. Or actually, you know what? Let's keep it as cat. Just for let's just say then you had a duplication. So now we have cat cat. Doesn't really portray a lot of information on its own. Let's say we had a little change of mutation. Let's say cat sat. Excessive observer, thank you for the tier 1 subby. Thank you, thank you. What is this? Monitored Banovator? Possible? Oh boy, chat. I worry that the brutality of the Boric Chilean dictatorship will rival Maduro in North Korea. It is also said he is from Croatia, and a foreign power overtaking the native Spanish people there. I remember they said, "Don't cry for me, Argentina." But I do cry for Chile. Not Chile. Chile. You talked like a 2-year-old? Please explain. Also, gotta love that. Pee pee poo poo. Yeah, because you're coming here like a dumbass. I'm talking about Chile. Chilean. You don't even know how to spell Chile. The country. It's not Chile. It's not Chilean. This is an alt I made just for this channel. Wow, aren't I special? But anyway, now we have cat sat. Now we have a significant amount of information here. Now let's say we get another duplicate. Let's say now we get another duplication. This time, let's say sat multiplies. Wow. Incredible. Now we have cat, sat, sat. Now let's say we get another mutation of the letters. Now we have cat, sat, sad. Now we have a decent amount of information just from little individual changes that are very possible within DNA. That is a problem with OBS, not me. No, that's you. Yeah, also I'm a little worried that America's gonna try and go in and start a military coup in there. But because America tends to do that, especially in South America. We're kind of the reason that the entirety of South America was destabilized, as well as the Middle East. Because you know what? I'll say it. Other people have said it before me. OBS doesn't do replies properly. It acts itself. Why are you using OBS? Why not, like, I don't know, Twitch chat? Also, like, yeah, America tends to be the one to go into other countries and destabilize their entire leftist government. They've done it before and they'll do it again. How do you think that's how 9/11 happened? We kind of went into a country and fucked it all up. And then we basically caused 9/11. Incredible, isn't it? They don't understand. I don't understand why you're using OBS. Also, like, if you just click on the thing, it was necessary. Why do we need to root out secret Marxists? Why can't we let, like, I don't know, left-wing governments exist? Because domino theory acknowledges that communism is better. Wow. Pretty incredible, isn't it? You are using OBS. And the OBS does replies incorrectly. But you are in the Twitch chat. Marxists were violent terrorists holding back the Chilean economy. I don't know. From what I hear, it sounds like they're getting a lot of social programs that are a lot better. I also haven't very much kept up with Chilean politics. Change your chat setting. I like how butthurt he is about. I was making fun of him for. Oh dear lord. Bro, it's been like. It's been like 8 months, my guy. H. Barron, our fucking weirdo Nazi stalker who's been showing up to this channel consistently for like 8 months straight is back on account number like 80. I just. I. I don't know if I believe you, but it would be fucking hilarious if you just got out of jail. It's almost as if, like, the criminal justice system needs some reform. Oh my god. This has been a doozy of a stream. What the fuck is Mannequin? That 23 centimeters, that weird Nazi guy who's been showing up for like 8 months consistently, is back yet again with account number like 85. I am a neoliberal now. Well, you're still wrong. Neoliberals are stupid. Don't call me a Nazi, bro. You were making like Nazi dog whistles like every time you showed up. If it quacks like a duck and smells like a duck and looks like a duck, I think it might be a duck. Also, yeah, neolibs are pretty shit. Anyway, let's get back to PragerU.
Dawkins himself may have conceded as much when he recently confessed to being knocked sideways with wonder at the miniaturized intricacy of the data processing machinery in the living cell. So what should we make of all this?
I'm so confused. Did I have a stroke? No. I'm going to try out transgenderism now too. There's no such thing as transgenderism. It's not an ism. I don't even know who Pinochet? I don't know how to say it. Former president of Chile? Self-declared president. Oh, so he was a right-wing. Oh, so he was a military dictator. No, I don't think he was from a little bit I saw, he was not a neoliberal. Hillary Clinton is. But I don't know why you people always just assume that like people on the left like Hillary. We don't. She sucks too. And I'll say it, Joe Biden sucks. When you see Chud's talking about pushing people out of helicopters or referencing Pinochet, okay.
For their part, scientific atheists have constructed ever more convoluted and fanciful theories. They posit alien designers to account for the code of life, multiple parallel universes to try to explain fine-tuning.
Oh. Nobody's nobody says that like yes, we are here. Like, it's one theory. It's not a very backed up theory that aliens put DNA here. Parallel universes is a theory more so for time. I don't necessarily then. Like the fine tuning. Also, this universe is not fine tuned. If it was fine tuned, there would be more places for us to live. Entered. Was he? Well, he might have been a neoliberal in terms of capitalism, but here's the thing. No, I have no problem with you existing. You're just a dumbass. Where is it?
And they've developed elaborate mathematical equations in an attempt to use physics to show how the universe could have begun from nothing physical. But what if the scientific atheists are just wrong? What if the universe has precisely the properties we should expect if there is an intelligent and purposeful creator behind it all?
Then prove it. Hillary Clinton is not authorite. Hillary Clinton is like center. I mean, she might be. I think she's like center. Fairly like center left. Bare like just a hair over the line. Maybe.
In my book, Return of the God Hypothesis, I argue that the universe has precisely such properties. And that raises a hopeful possibility that we are not the product of blind, pitiless indifference, but instead that we were made on purpose, that we were intended. British historian Paul Johnson has argued that the existence or non existence of God is the most important question we humans can ever ask. Given the scientific evidence we now have, it might be time to consider or reconsider this question. I'm Stephen Meyer, philosopher of science at the Discovery Institute for Prager University.
Yeah, almost the entirety of the universe. That's right. I don't care about what the political. Yeah, no. Hillary Clinton is not more right wing than Donald Trump. Also, I don't care what the politicalcompass.org says. Here, let me see. Check something. Let's see. This guy's face looks. Yeah, he's got something weird going on with his face. Oh wow. Look at this. Almost as if you can find whatever suits you. Almost as if. Why do you like authoritarianism? Almost as if you can find whatever you're Googling for. Oh. Whatever. But gotta go test track mode? Oh boy, test track. Well, I mean, you can go test track mode and gift 200 subs. What's Snoop Dogg's political compass? Let's see it. Snoop Dogg political. Let's see if it comes up. is apparently a libertarian, according to that one. Not on there. I don't know if any of those are Snoop Dogg albums. People are too dumb for democracy to work, and you need the power of state prevent. Okay, I need money. All right. If you gift the 200 subscribers, I'll, and then you get, yeah. So you give me the money. Then if you get people under you to like give you money, and then you give me some of that, and they'll help you. If you get them to sign up for it, you'll get a cut of that. And I promise this is a completely legitimate business opportunity. You need the power of the state to prevent the masses from interfering with the free market. It doesn't sound like a very free market to me. Okay. You know, I'll be the one to say it. We need some restrictions on markets. Free markets don't exist. What do you think about blockchain? I think it's fucking stupid. I think NFTs are stupid. They market these shits as like, yeah. Also like, yeah, we'll see. We'll keep you around until the next video. Ben Shapiro. There we go. Oh, of course you're an NFT, bro. NFTs are fucking dumb. Just right-click save. Just right-click save. Also, like, yeah. Does Bean look like he's getting old? A little bit. He's getting up there. How old is he now? How old is Hero? Oh my god, he's only 37. I was gonna say he's got to be like in his like mid 40s, right? Looks like a Romulan from. Oh, see what I mean? You just gotta come out with that. Always just gotta come out with the anti-Semitism. Never fails.
This is why, I mean, it's funny because I think that, you know, the issue that you started to become really politically prominent on, which is the Bill C-16 in Ontario and
Canada, it was federal law.
In Canada, the gender issue.
Yeah.
You know, that's the issue where now the question that's constantly being asked, so why do you even care? Why do you even pay attention? And the answer is because...
I was asked that earlier today.
Oh, really? What did you say?
I'm not letting the cat have my tongue.
Yeah.
It's like it has nothing to do with gender as far as I'm concerned, or that's peripheral in some sense. So the accusation, why do you care? Fair enough. It's like, you know, in some way, people can go to hell in a handbasket if they're inclined to. Now, I would rather have that not happen, but people are...
Yeah, the imaginary Canadian pronoun jail. Yeah. Jordan Peterson's interpretation of that bill was completely wrong. I don't know where this... Like, are they supposed to just be in a cafe? Like, why are there people there? And hundreds of people have been thrown in jail since this interview. You want to know the mind-blowing thing? You're not my dad? This was 3 days ago. Yeah, gender is a concept. Made up. We can... Yeah, don't you know about the thousands of people? Yeah, in the gender gulags of Canada. 10 bajillion dead? 15 bajillion quintillion starved in the Canadian gender gulags. They go there and they hold up somebody and they have to go, what pronouns do you use for them? And if you get it, and you have to guess, you can't ask, because of course you can't just ask. And if you get it wrong, they beat you with big trans pride dildos and packers. No food, only gulag. Gender destroyed. Vuvuzela. 15 Brazilians cried every night.
What would you say? Doomed to their own autonomy. But I'm not saying words that other people want me to say. And the idea of compelled speech, it's like the bill was this much about gender.
Right.
And it was this much about,
right.
oh yeah, the government's going to tell me what to say. Hey,
But
now they're regulating what therapists can say.
But see,
Therapy.
It applied to government employees. It implied to government employees. Jordan. I think the government gets a say in what their workers are allowed to do. And also, you know, get a say in like what treatment is allowed. Like they can't say like, I'm sure Jordan is not in favor of electroshock therapy. Like, I'm sure if somebody went up to Jordan Peterson and said, oh yeah, I want to bring back electroshock therapy, I imagine he would be against it. Every time you properly gender someone, a lobster falls lower in the hierarchy, and the Chaos Dragon rules once more. I don't know. It is weird lighting.
This is interesting because to me, the problem with a lot of this is less a free speech issue, even though I'm on the same page with you. And to me, it really is a fundamental truth issue, meaning that, yeah, you're trying to force me to say something I don't want to say. But to me, the fact that what you're trying to force me to say is so innate.
They're trying to force me to say something I don't want to say. Meanwhile, why would the cashier at the Kmart say Merry Christmas to me? Like, make up your mind. Stop giving away my plans. No, I refuse. I can't keep my mouth shut any longer. I would be less confident in making that assertion. Yeah. We need Jordan Peterson to say. Oh my god, yeah. I forgot about that. That time he correctly gendered a trans woman and like went back and was like, actually. Let's see, I'm sure that exists. Jordan Peterson.
So this is why this thing that I've said to people has become this crazy internet meme, but that's to clean up your room, and which is a lot better and more useful than people think. It's a lot harder too, but
Is this the same one? It is. It is.
the first thing you do, I think, and I learned this in part from Solzhenitsyn when he was trying to iron out his soul when he was in the Gulag, because he was trying to figure out how he got there. Fix the things that announce themselves as in need of repair. Your room, put it in order, because the thing is, in most households, there's 100 things that could be done to just make it less hideous and horrible. And so practicing that it's a real useful form of meditation, and it's also, I think it's a divine act, because you're taking chaos. And you know, if you pay attention even to a room, it's so interesting. And I learned, because I've renovated many places now and tried to make them beautiful. And one of the things that I've really learned is that you can do something as simple as just sit on your bed and think, okay, get yourself a good bed that you like set the bloody place up so that when you walk in there you think, Jesus, a civilized human being could really live in here. And then every
Kermit is better than this. Kermit would never. Kermit is pretty base.
time you walk in there, your room will remind you that the proper way to behave in there is to behave as a civilized being. You know, not as a two-bit do-gooder who's trying to look good in front of the world, but as someone who's tough and reliable and all of that. And that's what your room should tell you. So set the damn thing up until that's what it screams at you when you walk in there.
That was amazing.
Completely opposed to the good is the problem. Like you could try. I would have objections to you forcing me to say that I like a particular movie, right? Mm-hmm. It may not be true. I don't like the particular movie.
Would you say have problems with forcing people to say Merry Christmas?
It would be bad if you tried to force me to say that. But the level of passion that I have for issues like this one really go to the fact that I think the fundamental good of humanity relies on basic acknowledgments of biological truth, especially when it comes to gender. Mm-hmm. And anybody who's ever dealt with children, I find myself getting, you know, if I look at my own political evolution, I'd say that when I grew up in a religious home, so that means that pretty conservative. And then you go to college and you're living by yourself and you're not married, you don't have kids. You tend to become a little bit more libertarian, which is like, okay, you know, let everybody do whatever they're going to do and it's not going to bother me. And then you have kids and you realize that there's a pool in which we are all swimming. And that pool is going to define... Virginia. Exactly. Like my kid, it's going to determine how my kid lives. And I want my community to reflect some of my values because I don't want my kid to live in the toxic sludge that you are creating for my kid. I don't want you indoctrinating my kids in bullshit about whether a boy can be a girl or a girl can be a boy.
People will say, well, I'll exceed, but not for my children. Yeah. And that's what Virginia demonstrated. It's like, you can come after me, but you come after my kids, and that's a whole different story.
It's so fundamentally opposed to everything true, and the fact that and that's the insistence.
This is so hard to watch because, yeah, Ben has, I think, 3 kids. I believe 3. So there's a decent chance one of them's going to be gay in some way or another. Yeah, like, the thing is, if you take this one tiny step further, then they would agree. They would have to agree. Whether they disagree with that behind closed doors, different. But they would have to agree publicly that you can't go around as like a public school teacher calling kids the N-word or something. Or, as Twitch does not want me to say, you can't go around calling white. Sorry, I don't know if I sorry. I think Twitch cut me off there. I said you can't go around calling like white kids. It's weird. Every time I go to say it, like I just see my audio levels just drop. Isn't that weird? Anyway, I guess maybe it's just a glitch. A saltine American. It's so weird. I can't wait to go enjoy some nights. Although I do have one of these that are half pretzel, and they're like pretzel on one side, but then like a cracker on the other side. The rest, yeah. Yeah. I'm really tempted to test some other words to see if we're allowed to say those. Bro, I can't believe Hassan's fucking banned because of that. It's so funny.
The insistence isn't that people be treated humanely or be treated decently. The insistence is that your vision of yourself be reflected by me in defiance of baseline reality and in order to...
Baseline reality. Please explain to me. Go into nature and find Alright, don't say the C word. Oh, Rin, got my cast off today and almost broke my arm again. Oh, and then... Is it safe? I can't say it. You might get... I would actually be hesitant to say it in chat if I were you guys. Because... what started it was Hassan's mods in chat said it, and they got banned for it. So I would be hesitant to even say it in chats. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, but here's the thing. All right, we're switching topics. We're switching topics. C word. Discourse. Here we go. You're still here? Oh, fuck. Ah, whatever. I found other human chat. Yeah, I'm not sure, but
For what? Arresting me for what? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself? I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in America. I'm sorry. What, is this a communist country or something? No, this is America. This is America.
America. So, anyway. here's the issue with this, and I know most of you will agree with this. I'm sure all of you will. But the thing with the C word, which, in case you're unsure, is... Because here's the thing. If I just say the C word... The fact that that word isn't the first word to come to your mind proves it's not... Proved it's not that big of a deal. But the fact when I say the N word, and you know exactly which word I'm talking about, proves the difference. If I say the K word, chances are you know which word I'm referring to. There's a couple different words that start with C that the C word could mean. That word doesn't have the connotation that the other words like the K word or the N word have. See you next Tuesday? What? Did I say it? I hope I didn't say... Hello, Morgan. How you doing? Welcome back. How are you? Also, dare I say, I do look quite different. I mean, it's partly because I shaved like half my eyebrows. But like, damn. These cheekbones are impressive. But, anywho. That's a euphemism for the C word? For a famous C word? Oh, see you next to... Okay. I get it. Yeah, that's one of them. And then there's also the derogatory slur for Asian people. More specifically, Chinese, but it gets used for generally Asian people. All today and half yesterday. Yeah, I did not have money or time to do Christmas presents. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like all these words are like other words that'll... If I say, oh, so-and-so said the C word, there's a lot more worse stuff that comes to mind before the word I can't say on Twitch for stupid reasons. Yeah, but there's no derogatory term against white people that has anywhere near the same weight as, like, you leave your Amazon wishlist in the Coop Discord? Maybe? Maybe? I don't think I ever put it there. If I did, it was ages ago. I might make one. Twitch offered any more explanation. As far as I know, they haven't. But the thing is, like, I don't know, like, where to, like, how to, like, describe it. Because it's just, like, as far as I know, like, with Hassan, it was... I got a care package? Oh, you're so sweet. Maybe I'll set up a wish list. But I mean, it's a slur in air quotes in that it's had no historical power and like historical usage in like the context that like the K word or the N word or the other C word for Asian people or the S word for Hispanic people has. Yeah, there's been no persecution of white people. Not to mention, like, white people... White is, like, just an exclusionary, term.
Very poggers.
Sean Phelan 1, thank you for the Prime subby. 2 months? Very poggers. Thank you. Also, chat. Yeah, maybe we'll do that for next month, because... next month is our 1-year anniversary of being affiliate, chat. Just saying. 1 whole year.
Your super shotgun is nearby. A relic from your past. The priests have kept it hidden from you in this remote location.
But, like... yeah, that's the thing. It's like... most of, like, the things that are, like, derogatory against white people, like redneck, hillbilly, are more against class than white people inherently. Here, the fact that this got flagged... I'm gonna fucking allow this. That first word with the H, I'm not gonna say it just in case, but that first word with the H got flagged by AutoMod, which I found real weird. Yeah, if they were doing it right, they would include those terms as well, but it's just a bunch of Redditors got butthurt that Hassan called somebody, that Hassan just called somebody out. And like reported it a bunch, and then he ended up getting banned for a week. Yeah, it's like this is what I'm talking about. It's like, but there was no like systemic usage of it. Like that's not even, and that's more of just like just for Northerners. Fucking pointless. Like, Sorry. So there's a video of Danny and Aaron from Game Grumps doing something dumb. But yeah, the new president of Chile is fairly left-wing. It's... And supposedly he should be making some, like, pretty decent left-wing policies. So, hopefully America doesn't, like, just, like, invade and do a whole bunch of shit about cultural, explaining why. Well, here's the yeah, if you can find that, that would be good. But also, like, there is no white culture. Yeah, until the CIA swoops in. That's what I'm hoping doesn't happen. Because of the amount of fucking people who will die from that is upsetting. But yeah, but there is no such thing as a white culture. Here, this'll blow your minds, chat. There was a time where I would not be considered white. And just for reference, here's a piece of printer paper. I could go extreme and like hold it up next to the slightly blown out part of my skin. I think she was talking about Bollywood at the time. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, they're the same picture. But like, there was a time where I was not considered white because I'm Irish, Polish, mostly. Like, those were things that were not always considered white. Like, for a while, it was like, hiring for blah blah blah, colored and Irish need not apply. Like, until like, what, maybe like a little over 100 years ago? Suspect 161, thank you for the follow. I'm pretty much full-blooded English, which is weird to think about. Yeah, I'm mostly Irish and Polish, and then have some German and Scottish in there. Russians aren't considered white what? Since when? Some of the whitest motherfuckers I've ever met are Russian. Yeah, one of my old roommates was Russian. That motherfucker was barely saw like 5 minutes of the sun a day. Imagine, Morgan, you infiltrate their ranks and tell them all to subscribe to me, and we convert them all. I think we could do it. I believe in us. You're classified as Russian. Interesting. But yeah, yeah, that's the thing with whiteness. It's inherently exclusive thing. Like, it's inherently exclusive. Like the, what is it, the one drop rule? Where if you just have, like, a slightly tan skin, like, oh fuck, I don't think I can even show a picture of him. Can I show a picture of Hassan? Will I get banned if I show Hassan? Because Hassan's Turkish. Like, he was born in Turkey and he lived there for a while. And he's white. Hassan is a white man. But like, white is just arbitrary. Yeah, he considers himself white, and if you showed a picture of him to most people, they would consider him white. Who knows anyone? Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, Twitch is just so weird with so many of their rules. I don't like it. I just want to be gay. Have a decent bit of money. Please. Anyway, let's get back to dumbass.
This is why, I mean, it's funny because is that your vision of yourself be reflected by me in defiance of baseline reality and in order to redefine how society as a whole
Well,
works.
a lot of it's murky thinking. You know, if someone asked me, do I believe that there are gender fluid people? I would say yes. And I would say a young man who's gender fluid, I know what he's like temperamentally. He's high in agreeableness. He's high in neuroticism. So he has a feminine temperament. He's more interested in people than things. And he's extremely high in openness. And so his temperament is fluid. He's creative, and so he's one thing one day and one thing the next.
What? Wait, what? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Coldbot. I want to know what they said now. If it was probably a spam bot, probably wasn't that interesting. But anyway, this ban chatters must wait 15 minutes before submitting. I want to change that. I want to make it immediately. This is. Apparently, I can see why you fuckers don't resubscribe. Let me see. Maybe they just said message deleted. I've done that before in Twitch chats. It's really funny. But I don't know. I always like to see what they say. That's why I wish I could just like be in a mod in like every channel. Alright. You know, I think I'm gonna make an executive decision. That video sucked. They said nothing in like the 3 minutes we watched. They're just like, they said like 20,000 words and said like what could be said in 2 sentences. So this is an older video by Call. And alright, you're off to bed. Good night, Chapelmon. Thanks for stopping by. We'll probably wrap up after this call for an Uprising video. At least we got the Kermit video. Of course we did. Because you know that it isn't easy being green. And when you're green, you need to make sure your room is clean. Clean and green.
World that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was. Then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. It ties in perfectly with what is going on in the world and with what I'm talking about, and that's
All for a downfall. Gonna tap out before I call. Aw. Good night, Pointless. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the subbies and the gift and the bits and all that. Thank you, thank you.
how all this works all the time. The TV show, Netflix show, same difference. Squid Game. Now, some of you may have heard of it. Most of you probably have, whether you have a TV or Netflix or not, because it's being pumped through the mainstream media. And whenever a show or a movie is pushed beyond belief, it's not about making money. It's not about success. It's about getting people to go and watch it because there's an agenda behind it.
Whenever a show is talked about a lot, it couldn't be because it's popular. It's because they want to push their agenda. I love this logic. I love this line of logic of, no. It's not just popular because it's good. They talk about it a lot because there's an agenda.
That's what those Purge movies, I mean, most of these things, right? Civil War movies, as far as superheroes, and of course the superhero movies in general, which is going to lead to transhumanism. But Squid Game.
I forgot. He believed that. I forgot he believes that the Marvel movies are popular because they're trying to push transhumanism.
Tying in perfectly with the destruction of capitalism, because that's what the show is about, the destruction of capitalism. I will show you some of the...
It's not necessarily about the destruction of capitalism. It's about... And I'll say, spoiler alert for Squid Game. If you haven't watched it, I recommend watching it. It's a very good show. But this is why I didn't watch this video when it came out, because I watched Squid Game a little late. But it's more about, like, the issues of capitalism and, and the unethical practices of capitalism and the how force and stuff like that and exploitation can be used in capitalism to a shit outcome. One of the first folks from the brain rot side of YouTube that understands is at least critical of capitalism. I know. That fucking Tim Pool clip.
Things involved with the show.
Now, with the show that everyone's talking about, it's called Squid Game. It's a violent thriller from South Korea, and it's centered on a survival game. Juju Chang is here with more on this. Good morning to you, Juju.
Good morning to you, Amy. It is a phenomenon. Squid Game has a rare 100% critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's #1 in 90 countries. The Korean language drama is so hyper-violent, though, we can't even show you much of it, but that hasn't slowed down the millions of fans obsessed with Squid Game. Why is it so popular? Here's why.
Squid Game, the latest streaming sensation captivating audiences on Netflix. The Korean drama series, with its dazzling, vivid visuals, accompanied by moments of stunning violence, is not morning TV friendly, to say the least.
I would describe Squid Game as a little Hunger Games-esque, but even more violent.
Squid Game is
Hunger Games was not very critical of capitalism. But, oh wait, what? Pro streamer, what? What did I do? Fuck. What's wrong? Yeah, I was gonna say that. You threw me off. I was, wait, what? Was I muted? Fuck. Maybe I was. I don't know when I was muted. I don't know what I said. I think, yeah, I think Hunger Games was more focused on class hierarchy and like critique of like the upper class as opposed to like than capitalism as a whole. Squid Games more criticizes oh, right when you pause it. Oh, maybe. I think it might just look like I was, but yeah, it was Hunger Games was a bit more focused on the class side of things, and that's even maybe pushing it. But it Squid Games takes a look at capitalism as like a whole system instead.
is about a group of down-on-their-luck contestants forced to compete in life-or-death versions of classic children's games, like Red Light, Green Light, with the promise of millions of dollars at stake for the winner. Just 2 weeks after debuting, the show is on track to surpass Bridgerton, which was viewed by 82 million people, Netflix's most-watched series of all time.
Yo, wait, I'll be right back. Let me just get another cookie.
It's inspiring a TikTok trend, people attempting to complete the show's challenges, and it's even being imitated in online gaming platforms like Roblox. The show's star, Lee Jung-jae, an already familiar name in the K-drama industry. But what's behind the show's massive popularity? Korean TV shows and movies, along with other cultural exports like K-beauty and K-pop, have been gaining widespread appeal in the U.S.
When you saw this,
I fucking love Korean film. If you have not seen Train to Busan, I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite zombie movies. Definitely watch it. It's by the same director who made what's it called? It's that new Netflix show that just came out fairly recently. Called my Netflix account got hacked, so I lost my list. So I don't remember what it's called. It's a new Hellbound, the show. I've watched the beginning few episodes of this. Good show so far. But yeah, definitely go check out Train to Busan.
success of Parasite and how it won the Oscar and how people really tuned in to the story of economic inequalities and the way
Too, though. And guess what? The hottest
We're gonna skip ahead through the news segment.
Halloween costume is going to be trending already.
Yep.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Juju.
Now, again, shows only become popular not organically. Nothing.
Shows don't become popular organically. Please. Oh. Where does he get this? Why can't a show become popular organically? Like, okay. Fine. Like, at all? Like, this is the thing I don't get, is like, this shadow organization is so powerful. Darth Moonbear, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. But like, this shadow organization is so powerful. It has their fingers in so many things. But like, the most they do is make a anti-capitalist show more popular because he can't comprehend popularity. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Like, why can't like this be turned to you? Like, you had a decent amount of subscribers at some point. Why can't we say you did not get those organically? Instead, you got them. Instead, you were working with the cabal to lead them off the path of what the cabal truly is. You started doing these conspiracies to like lead people off the trail of what a true. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's the fascist thing of like, and you saw this with Donald Trump and like immigrants and ISIS and all these mostly brown people, is the enemy's so strong, we have to protect our borders and blah blah blah. Oh, but they're so weak. They're so weak. I can just make them pay for the wall. It's so easy. Only MK3, not MK. I think he was a 9, 10 maybe. No, not 10. I think he was an 11 though. I forget. I played Cabal for a while.
Nothing is allowed to become popular organically without their control. If they do, they shut them down. That's what ends up happening. Look, I'm not going to toot my own horn and say, well, I became really popular on YouTube because I did, and they shut me down. A lot of other truthers did.
But how do I know that you didn't become popular and then they had to shut you down to make it look like they were trying to shut you down? And it's just like another layer of the conspiracy call. That was the debut? Okay. Yeah, I don't know a lot of like when characters showed up. Anything except no, even Ermac was earlier. Except for like any like the new ones like Frost. That were like very new. But Takeda. Takeda's really cool. He has like these like whips with like little like blades on them. Really cool character design. I think I'm the right guy, right? Takeda. What? Mortal. There. Oh, okay. Takeda. That's it. This guy. He's real cool. Can we look up a fatality?
Takeda wins.
Real good character design. Did he get a gold play button? I don't know. See, that's yeah, enhancement roll. That's when he had to cover his ass and be like, "Oh, well, they shut me down." I don't. I think there was a time where Cole endorsed Q, but I think he's gone back on it. I don't think he's. I think he thinks Q. I don't think he's a QAnon person anymore. If he was at any point, he. Yeah, it's different for him because he's not part of the cabal. It's different.
A lot of people have in other forms of life and other walks of life. When it comes to the media and it comes to these shows, they want total control. This is a show, a Korean show, that has become the most popular show or about to become the most popular show on Netflix. Nobody in America would ever watch this, ever, if it wasn't pushed down their throat.
Oh, why not? Oh, why would no one watch this? I watch Korean movies and shows all the time. Not like all the time, but I've seen a fair number of like K-dramas and like Korean movies. I really like Korean film and stuff. A lot of good stuff comes from there. But like, you haven't seen Squid Game yet? You should go watch Squid Game. It's a really good show. But like, look at like my fucking look at this Korean show. Anime. 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 Korean show. Anime. Anime. Also, chat. Go watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, chat. Please. Please go watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
For stars,
you watched you didn't like it? Damn, it's such a good show. If anything, I think the end was a bit ham-fisted. But I thought, if anything, I thought the end of the show was a little weaker. I don't watch much series or movie media. Damn. I go through like, I'm starting to get into like another phase of like just watching shows nonstop. Like I'll always just have a show on in the background. Like right now I'm gonna start watching oh my god, the fucking bullshit they pull out of their ass in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's also it's so gay. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is so fucking gay.
Starters, it's not even an American-made show. People from America don't normally watch these types of shows from Korea or from China or from the UK. Yeah, sure, of course there's some people who watch.
What? Bro, there was like a whole like time period where like kung fu movies from like China were super popular. And like the Godzilla movies or Call, you're old enough to remember when the Godzilla movies were coming out. I watched every single Godzilla movie pretty much. I think almost every. Yeah, let's see. Let's see, every Godzilla movie. Every Godzilla movie in order. I've seen this one. I think I've seen this one. I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Seen that one. Maybe I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Don't know if I've seen that one. Don't think I've seen that one. Seen Gigan. I've seen Megalon. Mechagodzilla. Terror Mechagodzilla. Okay, maybe I've seen that one. I haven't seen Biollante, although I've heard this one is like one of the best Godzilla movies. Have I seen this one? No, I've definitely seen the older Mothra one. I don't know if I've seen that one. I've seen most of the older ones. Space Godzilla, I don't think I've seen. Don't think I've seen that one. This one I've seen many a time. Haven't seen this one. I haven't seen some. Then there's this period where I haven't seen them, even though this is the period where I was alive. I have not been looking. You may be under. Oh, I am a Godzilla fan. I love Godzilla. I have not been looking at chat for like a solid minute. I have just been looking at Godzilla movies. Oh my god. Hey, what? What was it? Godzilla 2014. I haven't seen these ones. This Godzilla movie. Here. If you want to watch a Godzilla movie, watch Shin Godzilla. This movie is great. That's an amazing movie. And then I haven't seen any like the new Western ones.
Watch it, but for it to be the #1 show, it just tells you something. Every media outlet has been
Thank you,
talking about the show.
Morgan.
It's the only reason I know about it is because when I do my work and my research, I look for patterns. Every day for the last week, I've seen Squid Game, Squid Game, Squid Game. I was going to sit through it, but I thought it was a movie, and I'm not sitting through a 20-episode series. However, I researched it, I read about it, and if you can't see that this is about the destruction of capitalism and why capitalism is bad, when in reality, the real enemies, the people in the game, right? So these people, it's so funny too because it ties into like all this stuff you see with these challenges and these stupid games that adults play.
It's only
these
9
TikTok
episodes.
challenges, stuff I cover, right? Where people try these stupid, ridiculous things. because we have adults who act like babies. Well, the end of capitalism ties into that too, right? The plot of this about how all of these people are in debt and how capitalism isn't fair, which makes really no sense because capitalism is the definition of fair.
No, it's not. That's the whole point of the show. Is that capitalism has the guise of being fair, like has the guise of you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps and become the rich person. But in reality, there are advantages that people have. And here, spoiler alert for Squid Game, in case that wasn't clear already. But there's one character who starts working with the people running the game, or some of like the pink guys, as they've been dubbed. He starts working with them, and he um and he does this in exchange to know what the game is ahead of time, so you can have time to prepare and like think about what his plan will be. But then there's like the police, who are the pink guys, who have a monopoly on force, who have a monopoly on violence. Nobody else in the game has that use of force that the pink guys have. And they can hold the potential gain of capital over your head. Like, oh, if you just don't do what we tell you, we'll throw you in jail and you'll lose your job. But in this, it's if you don't do what we tell you, we'll just shoot you. It's a fairly good representation of how capitalism is kind of dog shit.
Because people work hard, they try, and they use their brain to be able to succeed in this country.
But what about the people who are just born into success? The people who run the game. The people who don't have to play the game. The people who show up just to watch it. Your Donald Trumps of the world who don't have to play the game anymore. They can just exist and watch it. Maybe like throw some things into it. They have permanent branding on all PS5 controllers. Yeah, you're Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos doesn't have to play the game anymore. Jeff Bezos is your front man of the Squid Game. Jeff Bezos is this guy. The guy who won. And he doesn't have to. Now he just gets to orchestrate it. He just gets to watch and sit back. Like, it's. I mean, I didn't hear the full story. I heard he apparently built a $500 million mansion and sold it for like 40 million or like 65, I think it was. But so it's like 10 times less. And he probably lost money on it, but
we have now is a society that wants to sit and play video games that has been spoiled by their parents who are going to do everything they can to silence people and bring in Big Brother because they think it's all conspiracy. They think everything's a joke. They've convinced them. These are the people that you see sitting playing video games, people who think that their cartoon avatars are who they are. Just pointless, useless people. Now, the good news about that.
you think. Yeah, I saw a bit of Hannah's stream. I didn't see the whole thing. But I love this constant thing that call does where it's like, ah yes, these young people just want Big Brother and they don't see the truth and blah blah blah. So dumb. So dumb.
That is that the majority of these people are the same people who are willing to put anything in their body. And I mean anything, not even just magic potions. You know what I mean? And hopefully.
Call. Was that a dildo joke? Because let me tell you this, Call. Look at me. Maybe you'll see this, Call. But I won't put anything in my body. Only put body-safe materials in my body. Like silicone. There's wood ones, glass. Those are acceptable materials, Call. I'll put them right in my butt. Because you know what, Call? Feels good. And I'm not afraid to say it. You're the one who thinks... You're the one who's, like, immature and, like, can't talk about sex without getting all, like, giggly and, like, having to use, like, secret code words. Yeah, peepees. Peepees and butts. In this past semester, I have done several things that Call would not approve of. I mean, yeah, I think it might have been I don't know what, that was like a real kind of like spray and pray of insults and trying to hit every demographic at once.
That ends up taking care of part of the problem at some point too with the boost. However, the notion of capitalism existing is not going to be a notion for much longer. Now, in this trailer, you'll see.
Also, Liza, just saying, maybe the best sexy saxy doesn't have to involve penises. Sometimes, if you know what you're doing, you don't need one. I do not think Call would approve of me. But if I ever get mentioned in a call for an Uprising video, my streamer career will be complete. If I ever get mentioned in any, like, chud or, like, conspiracy theorist YouTube videos, my life will be complete. So please, if you ever come across one of those where they mention me specifically, please send it to me. Please. Oh, I am up. Okay, understandable. I missed that part.
They even hint at the powerful.
Oh, Call has, I believe, has a wife and kids. Unfortunately.
Elites, right? They have the mass things I've always covered.
Oh no, that's um Hans Wormhat. Hans Wormhat has a wife and kids. I don't know about Call. I'd have to ask. You'd have to ask Hannah and Baha. They have more experience with Call than I do.
Covered, right? The mass, the galas, the rich hiding themselves, and of course the guy with the Baphomet horns, the antlers on his head, and of course you see the FEMA camp tie-in, right? So all these poor people rolled in, FEMA camping, living. I mean, it's ironically funny, but it's obviously deliberately created and made. This is all.
So what you're saying is you want us to DM your streams to Call? Oh my god. I don't know if I just want you to send that feels like it would be cheating. If I just said, "Hey, send this stream to Call for an Uprising." Like that feels like that would be cheating. But if he like organically comes across it, like I don't know how he found Hannah, because obviously Hannah's quite a bit bigger than me. But I just happen to have a little fellatio fetish. You know what? Good for you. I'm still, for me, he searches his name. So what if we change it to this? All for an uprising doesn't understand anything. Here, we'll put it in the title. He did reply to me once on Twitter. He did reply to me once on Twitter. So we have interacted in the past. I forget what he said. He said something, I don't know. I forget exactly what the interaction was, but no.
Done on purpose. And these, they try to tell you in the media, oh, it's organic and it's just a great creative idea. And, it's a really cool show. Yeah, it's a really cool show. They play games to win money. And if you lose, you get killed. I mean, I don't
That's a very simplified description of it. I don't know if he twitches, but I mean, this will probably be up on YouTube after. Yeah, he showed up in Hannah's chat a couple times, I think. But this will be on YouTube, so.
I remember Hunger Games. I've seen part of it. I'm pretty sure it's a similar plot to that.
Not at all. Outside of the fact where it's nothing like Hunger Games.
But
I guess outside of like a bunch of people go into a game and one person wins and gets money. Dan, want to say something too? Well, hey, Call. Here. We'll give you a full screen, Ren. We'll give you full screen, sexy Ren here to tell you about, to educate you on some stuff. If At what point do you draw the line between like this thing organically grew and it was promoted by like the cabal or whatever you believe it is? Like that's the thing I don't get. It's like I'm a filmmaker. Like I'm I have a film minor in college right now. So like I'm gonna be working in the film industry. Oh God, you can see I got a cut on my lip, but I don't know what it's from. I think I just had a little like sore or something on my sexy rin equals any rin. Sure, sure. But I'm sure he'll like that I flicked my tongue out. Shows that I'm a reptilian. As we all know. Actually, sorry, chat. I lied to you. I'm not a reptilian. Hannah's a reptilian. I was born a reptilian, but I've since surpassed that and have become a basically an android. Like it's kind of like the grandpa's ship thing, where eventually, if you replace enough parts, like at what point, like I started replacing my parts with like robotic, synthetic parts, and eventually, like at what point do I just become an android compared to like a cyborg? Like I was a cyborg maybe like 150 years ago. But at this point I am like I'm an android. There's no more organic matter left. The ship of Theseus, that's it. It's grandpa's bike. That's what it is. And whatever Bill Chipper is. Sure. Whatever who's that? Bill Bill Cipher. I'm a human popsicle. Oh, the triangle guy from Gravity Falls. Also a good show. It's Cipher, Cipher. That's how it's spelled. Wow, it's kind of weird that I don't have like a badge next to my name. My badge, I want. I can't spell. Yeah, well, that's because you went to school. You went to Illuminati school.
The Korean dystopian horror movie show Squid Game portrays the inequality of capitalism. That's what all the articles about the show say. And it's on track to be the most successful show. And again, they push it and they pump it because they want everyone out there to watch it, especially the youth, because the adults aren't going to watch this crap. But the kids.
What do you mean? You know, I was gonna point out people who are older than me then watch this. But I'm an adult. I'm almost 23 years old. I'm an adult. I watch this call. I know you're a boomer and you probably still consider me like a child, but like I'm an adult. I watch Squid Game and I fuck more than Call does. And better. Yeah, yeah.
Well, the 20-year-olds, the teens, they'll watch it and they're being taught through this show that capitalism is evil.
I thought capitalism was bad before I watched Squid Game. Squid Game was not the thing that convinced me.
That it's bad, and this is what it's led to. These poor people who can't make money In reality, they can't make money because they're so dumb they can't do anything on their own, which is exactly what's happening in today's world. The majority of these people can't work. They don't know how to do anything.
What do you mean? Call. What do you mean we can't do anything? Like, call. You know what? Fine. Fine, call. I can't do anything? Wait, no, don't add to my watch later. Call. I can't do anything. Then what's this? What's this? I choreographed this whole fight. I did this whole thing. That's me. That's me, Call. Getting the shit kicked out of me. I like this shot. Call. I made this. I can do things. By the way, please go watch this. That was good. Boss paid material. Yeah, please go watch this. I put a decent amount of effort into this. There's also a solid knife fight at the end. The saber fight's okay. Saber fight's mediocre. Go watch it. Give it attention. Spread it around, please. Yeah, I choreographed this. I did this. I flung myself onto the concrete floor for this. You mean I can't do anything? God damn it, Call.
They're dependent on Big Brother. This tries to portray it like, oh, all these big people are hoarding.
That's the funny part is if I get a job in the film industry, this will be even funnier. If I ever get a big, like, role, like, involvement in a film, I so badly want to put, like, a Call for an Uprising Easter egg in it. That would be so funny to me. And, like, 2 other people. It would have to be, like, something in the background of a film. Lewd resisted. Yeah, that's Seth. He's a friend of mine who I've been doing stage combat stuff with for a couple of years now. But yeah, I kill him at the end. It's okay.
Money, people who are successful, and in reality, the only people who are hoarding money, not paying taxes, are the elites and stealing and controlling resources.
You know who the left doesn't like, Call? The elites. How does he hold this opinion and then say, but yes, capitalism good? It sounds like a joke, but it actually wasn't. Yeah, like just putting like his.
They want to kill
little
off
icon.
Any other classes because they don't want anyone to be able to obtain resources or wealth and to do anything against them or harm them. To get everybody on an equal playing field. And
um, Seth has done many a thing. Seth has dragged me out of a bar by my hair, picked me up over his shoulder like this. Like, after there are many things that we've done in fights that are funny to just say out of context. We dropped a spaceship on them. It was kind of implied. Sadly I do not. I think Call thinks like the revolutionary, like big brain revolutionary, is like what best describes him. Man, this is a pose. Pose. God damn. It's weird that I sometimes find myself hot. Now, thank you, HRT. Thank you, Confidence, for being queer. Sadly, I still do not recognize it, Liza. I apologize.
And it's amazing that so many people want this playing field where we all make the same amount of money, we all eat the same amount of food, and it's all controlled by someone we're supposed to trust, and you think they're living the same way? It's amazing that they're clamoring for this stuff, but it's no surprise because when I saw that this show was trending, I said, okay, there's got to be an agenda behind it, right? You see the masks with the pyramids and all that, the signs and symbols, right? So you know who's behind it. But if
I heard Rin say hot. Oh man. I guess. Yeah, it's been strange since I started HRT. Occasionally I'm like, God damn. Mainly it's when I look at my tits. That's exactly what leftism is, Morgan. What are you talking about? Oh, red versus blue? Oh god, I love Halo, but I have not seen red versus blue.
If it's trending #1 and you're being told it's going to be the most popular series on Netflix, which means like it's more popular than The Irishman, some of these movies that have come out with like De Niro and all these other guys.
Oh, Dirtger. There's often a lot of thirst in this chat for me, particularly. It's a common occurrence if you show up here fairly regularly. Yeah, following since 2 hours ago. Yeah, if you show up more often, you'll notice it's a common thing. And I hope you do.
Guys are Stranger Things, that they want everyone to tune into this so they can teach them about the evils of capitalism, because now is the time they're destroying the economy and they can reset and capitalism
Was Stranger Things about capitalism?
will be gone. It'll be socialism. So the wealth of the planet's billionaires, according to this article, grew by 54% or 4 trillion in the U.S. during this outbreak. Give me a break. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate, the people who are paying the unemployment are all the other people who are paying taxes are paying the unemployment, and they're making more money on unemployment than they would if they were actually working at their jobs.
Call. Don't you see that as an issue? That their jobs aren't paying them enough? Always looking for good chill leftist streams? Well, hopefully, at least over like the next month, we'll be streaming more often. And then hopefully my schedule will allow me to stream. I'm hoping at least weekly next semester. But if I am stuck back doing online classes, I don't know how I'll do that. I think I can weasel my way out of it because I have to take because I'm taking a film photography class and a sculpture class. So I think I can weasel my way through it and be like, hey, I kind of need to live on campus for these classes.
So it gives them no incentive to work, and this is exactly what they want. And then they, they don't talk with the way the economy is and the way the wealth is set up. They don't talk about why so many people are out of jobs because of the magic potion or any of that stuff. It's just, it's.
They could simply get vaccinated.
It's laughable. It's laughable. So this is propaganda being used to destroy capitalism. Should it surprise anyone? No, it should not. They tell you it's number one, so you go and watch it. And the ones who are going to go and watch it are teenagers and people in their young 20s and people who pretend that their avatars are their real or who they are. And
Call. You don't show your face. Look, hi, it's me. I know this is targeted at Cirrus, and Cirrus does this just so people like you get upset that he's a VTuber. But hi, hello. I'm a real person on camera. I'm real. I exist. I'm here. Morgan is S-wording for me in the chat, probably. Right now? Let me see. Not really. But, like, Call, he always does this. He's always like, oh, wow, he, like, shits on people, but, like, Call has never shown his face. Call. Show your face, you fucking coward. Like, really, come on. I attach my face to this. I acknowledge I'm a dumbass on stream constantly. I do stupid shit all the time. And Call can't even show his face as he claims he's like a genius here to the I'll do it if she would.
And then they go to festivals trying to get down and dirty with people who dress up in costumes.
See, there we go, chat. There you go, Call. See? You don't have anyone doing that for you, Call. What can I say? Perks of being a part of the cabal.
Like other cartoon characters. In other words, pointless, worthless human beings on this earth who aren't even human, who are trying to destroy everything.
Yep, that's right. Told you earlier, I'm an android. I can't actually, like, you can see sometimes it comes a little loose and it pulls a little like further than it should. Like, see, the fake skin is a little stretchier than normal skin. Like, you can see it because it's not properly attached to like the machinery under it. But like, you can see, like, here, let's see. You can see like this is because this is like synthetic. It's because I'm an android. What can I say? Call. I got called out by Call for an Uprising.
and are going to welcome in a new world order as long as they can play their video games and you don't hurt their feelings. Well, this is the NWO. So capitalism, destruction, what it's all about. It's what I've been talking about a lot lately.
What? Human popsicle, what do you say? Use Fixodent to secure. Okay, I'll try it next time I like take this off. I'll be honest, I've been sleeping in it a lot just because it's the one I have is easier to leave on for like long periods of time, but then it gets like this and I have to like then take it off and reapply it. It's a whole process. It's a pain in the ass, but literal fucking goldfish could do your job, Call. Yeah, like Call, I could do your job on the side in addition to doing this. Like I can make shit up too. Like, yeah. You see the arrangement, the pattern that the pink guys are standing in? It's meant to represent the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and how in the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown got to rock to show the inequity of society and how the global elite has been trying to beat us down with manual labor like mining when these resources aren't actually used for anything. They just dump them back into the earth. And they actually have like machines that just make this stuff up out of the air. And resources are fake. It's just a meme. Born to die, world is a fuck. Kill. I'm a trash man. Love it.
Because you need to know that because it's going to affect you. This is how they're going to enslave society. Whether you agree or not with capital, I mean, it's just the way it is. You know, it's the world we grew up in, but a period where, you know, we're all working the same hours, doing the same thing and making the same money and eating the same portions of food. If you think that's better for society and humanity, you are out of your mind. You are out of your mind because that's them feeding you the Soylent Green. That's you being totally enslaved. And this is because we live in a lazy, pathetic society where you've allowed a certain group of people to gain some type of control over speech and everything else so that they can usher this in. And we have the weak people out there begging for it. So shows like this are the reason behind why we're going to see a destruction of capitalism, because people are going to see it, think it's big and bad, and say we need equality, just like you heard the women crying for equality, the sports figures. You know, like this illusion that there isn't equality is pretty hilarious. It really is. There's, I can't say more than that. Reminder, check out the website at callforuprising.com. It's $2.99 a month. Let me know if you've seen the show, if there's anything else in there that I should check out. Obviously, I've seen they're all pretty much imprisoned, doing this for money, getting killed if they lose. I've seen the signs and symbols, the masks, the pyramids, the ritual circles, all the other crap. The FEMA entrapment pretty much is what it is. Everyone's sleeping in the same room, which is the way the world will be at some point. But I will not be here participating in that. I'll tell you that much.
Oh no. Sleeping in the same room. How terrible. Is that cause Call for an Uprising wets the bed? Is that why? Is Call for an Uprising a bedwetter? And he doesn't want to sleep in the same room as other people? What's nicotine doing? Huh? Oh. Well, guess we're not writing nicotine. I guess. Boy. In the words of an angry drunk, you're a pimple on society's ass and you'll never remember anything. Oh, let's see. Should we... Here, we'll raid Willow. We haven't raided Willow in a while.
Would make for an awesome match. This is all Greek to me. I love Lower Decks. Fun fact, now when I play Final Fantasy XIV, every time I go to Limsa Lominsa, you spawn in at the Aetheryte at Limsa Lominsa Lower Decks. So every time I do, it's just Lower Decks, Lower Decks. First video on sex. That video was good. Video was good.
The end gets hard, but I mean,
the end gets
Here,
hard.
get your possum hearts ready. Whatever you got.
people who hate Lower Decks.
Thank you all
don't
for
get it.
coming
It's a
and
wonderful
hanging
Star
out.
Trek, and it's funny.
Thank you all for hanging out and chatting and all that. And all the subbies, the bits, whatever you gave, even if you just showed up and chatted. I'll see you all next time. Maybe tomorrow? I always say that, but then I never end up streaming tomorrow. But we'll see. I'm sure I'll stream soon. I'll try to stream more often over break. Because I need the money. And also, I miss hanging out with chat. Got a silver hair in your foot? Interesting. Bye-bye, everyone. Have fun. Thank you for coming. Get those possum hearts ready. Or whatever preferred emote you have.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.